Ladies and gentlemen, I have returned before the Game Awards begin. We're revisiting this because Game Awards are tonight, and I wanted to actually show you guys a few things that I did not have before I ended this the first time around. I thought I'd show you guys a little something. I made myself some French onion soup. It's honestly one of those little French delights that I used to eat at the Kellogg's Diner in New York. You know, back in my earlier days before I moved down to Florida, and not bad. It's nice, it's tasty, and for once, a soup that doesn't have carrots. Praise the Lord. And chopped up some baguettes. Make some French onion soup. Look, I know it's the budget version. I got the Campbell's soup version of the French onion, but I got some sliced fresh like Italian provolone, and then had it melt over the soup after I made it, and then just dip this in here. Let me tell you, it's tasty. It's been years. People ask me if I miss the pizza in New York, the Chinese. I'll be honest with you. There's only one thing when it comes to Chinese food in New York that Florida don't got to perfection at all. That's the Dragon in Phoenix. That shit was delicious. And back in New York, go to a Chinese restaurant, they got a Dragon in Phoenix plate. Ooh, you're in for a good time. Why? Shit fills you up. Like, I think it's like 1,500 calories, but let me tell you, a bit of sweetness, a bit of spiciness, more than enough energy for having you to walk around and lift some weights and some shit. When it comes to pizza, I'll be honest, with New York City, it depends. Manhattan, Brooklyn, depends on the place. But Queens, they never let you down when it comes to pizza. And I have heard there's a spot in the Bronx that to this day is still banging. So there's that. And to be fair, Tampa stepped up their pizza game a bit. There's a few spots down here that are pretty good. Eddie and Sam's. They're originally from New York. They're down here. They taste pretty good. Mangia Bene. They don't try to be like New York pizza. At least they weren't the last few years. But, bro, there should be banging too. Who else? New York pizza, those guys are okay. They're alright. But definitely Mangia Bene. Definitely Eddie and Sam's. What's another spot? Flipper's Pizzeria. Their pizza, their quality reminds me of early 90s Brooklyn pizza. Like, the first time I had Flipper's Pizzeria, I didn't even have to ask for extra cheese. It's super cheesy as it is. Hell, it's cheesier than all the cheese from Eldon cheese you can ever think of. Let me tell you, it made me feel like I was in that pizzeria that was like a block away from my dad's apartment building, where I used to play the Ninja Turtles arcade game, because the pizza there, extra cheese and pepperoni, yo, that mozzarella cheese was like super swirling, like you see in the Ninja Turtles cartoons, just like that. And Flipper's Pizzeria, they deliver when it comes to that. Like, you don't even have to ask for extra cheese. Just get a regular pepperoni slice. Trust me, the cheese will... It'll string out. It will. But now, having said that, my week's been okay, folks. I've been okay. I mean, I was a little stressed earlier this week, but I'm all good. I will tell you this. To this day, that number down here, that's next to the circle back button, I don't know what that number means. Like, my number is 57661. I don't know what the heck that means. I don't know what that purpose is. Am I the 57,661st Lumerian? I don't know. But I'll tell you this game has sold 5.5 million copies, and this is not even counting players on Xbox Game Pass. I'm here playing on the PS5. But I mean, I'm gonna load up. I want to show you a few things, guys. So, right here at the end, the crazy part is you would think that these creations, once you beat them, they don't come back. Guess what? They respawn. They do. I managed to boot back up to where he no longer speaks, and Renoir's down there. But I want to show you guys something, because someone pointed it out. I forgot which. It was someone on Threads, I believe, or Instagram that pointed it out, and I was like, Let's go to the Opera House, because we know how the ending has everyone and their mama divided, right? Obviously, this is the young boy playing piano. But I want to show you something that I did not pay attention to before. So, obviously we got the Opera House, right? Whatever. But it's this right here. This is interesting. I did not get... Oh! Ain't that something? I don't have the same thing that other people seen. Other people, when they look up, you see Gustav and Sophia, and I don't have that. Really now? Instead, I have... I wonder if picking the party has something to do with it? Alright, now they're fucking with me, bro. Let's try this. No. I get a very, very different imagery from everyone else that's played this game. Here you see the shores, you see Eiffel, like all twisted up. And on the other side, you have what? Yeah. Expedition facing where the monolith is. And of course, as you can see, you know, I got the Clive Rossfield inspired gear for verso. But I'll tell you one thing, this right here is always cinema right here. Seeing the young boy play piano, I love this. And I love how like these, you see like these little white and blue butterflies flickering. It kind of reminds me of the Aurora butterfly from Persona 5 and Persona 3. Well, all the Persona, because they all got the little butterfly thing. But 3 and 5 are the first that come to mind to me. Alright, but now with that said, where was I? Here. Because now we're going to revisit this final boss fight. So, a few things I did want to point out. Yeah, as you can see, Renoir's there. So yeah, I rewinded far back enough. Just far back enough. Right, so we're here. Before I forget, I want to show you guys my stats. That's another thing. So right here. So we go to upgrade attributes, right? So why is Gustav's music suddenly playing? I went back to where the young boy's at and Gustav's music's playing. That never happened before. I'm a little fucked up right now from this. Alright, so my thing is this, right? I don't have anything maxed out. I maxed out everything. And not only that, I did not farm in this game at all. All I did was just play the game, and that's it. That's all I did. And notice how I have a lot of recodes, so I didn't really respec much in this game. I just did my thing. So think about it. Like a lot of people, they max leveled to beat Simon. Nah, I took him on when I was just at like level 89 or some shit. Because I was like, no. I just want to fight him as is. And let me tell you, he took me longer to beat than Promised Consort Radahn from Elden Ring. And that's saying a lot. That is saying a fucking lot. Because let me tell you, Promised Consort Radahn is one of those guys that really bodied me hard. Like, I felt like a whole ass bitch at the end of it all. But it's not going to be an easy fight. Why did it suddenly change the music? It changed to Gustav's music. That is wild to me. And it finally gets quiet again. HP multiplier. So, you know what? For this one, yeah, you know what? This music got me fucked up. So, HP multiplier. Oh, I had it disabled. Shit. Oh, you know why? Because I was dealing with some other stuff. You know what? I had it at 20 last time. Let's do 50. Let's make this shit feel painful. I'm not gonna limit the damage. Times 5, honestly, no. My team would destroy him. They really would. But you know what? Times 50, because remember, he's the final boss. Cannot, for this game. Not Simon. You gotta make him feel like it. But I will do this. I'll limit my maximum damage. Actually, no. If I'm gonna limit the maximum damage, I might as well keep the multiplier at least 20. Yeah. See, this is what fucks me up. It's hearing Gustav's music, because that did not happen the last time I played this. There he is. Renoir descend. If you saw my times 20 without no damage limiter, I beat him pretty handily. That's why I'm revisiting. I'm like, you know what? Let me tweak it a little. Renoir's lucky I don't have Corpeso equipped on Verso, because it would be like this with a quickness.
Papa?
Alicia.
Please, I just want you to understand what this canvas means to me.
I do understand. I know how powerful and intoxicating it is. How deeply attached we can become to the worlds we pour our hearts and souls into. I was enthralled, and it nearly killed me.
It doesn't mean you have to erase Verso's canvas.
Child, do you think I want to? After all the sorrows we've endured, do you really think that I want to destroy this last piece of his soul?
Oh yeah, that shit's funny with the swimsuit. I've heard about that. I'll tell you this. Everything he's talked about here, it kind of hit me hard for multiple reasons. So full disclosure, before I played Expedition 33 this year, I finished Final Fantasy 16. So, the whole family loss thing hit me hard at the end of that game. And then losing the protagonist too, that shit hurt. And then before that, I had concluded my playthrough with a deflect tier build of Elden Ring, and thinking of the whole dynamic with Ranni the Witch and Godwyn the Golden, right? Where here we kind of have an inverse, right? So, for example, Verso, obviously we know this is painted Verso. The young boy is what's left of the soul of Renoir, Verso de Sang. The very last of the soul of Verso. And if we remember in context, this canvas was made 50% by Clair. Like, Clair and Verso built this together. This is Verso's canvas at the end of the day, but Clair is the one that helped halfway through it. That's why for her it was very personal. If you remember in Epilogue Alicia, which takes place before this game begins, the whole mission of this was for Alicia to come into the canvas and get the painters out of there in hopes that, you know, get mom out of there so that eventually dad can get out of there and everyone can sort this shit out. But, yeah. And Renoir here, he's not wrong, in my opinion. And take this. I'm saying this from a big brother aspect, but also as a father, because I'm a dad of a 12-year-old kid that enjoys art, enjoys music, enjoys video games. But when it comes to dealing with real life responsibility like school, oh boy, does she get depressed. So she has Alicia tendencies, and I get it. But the problem is, Alicia went to canvas, and then she got contaminated with Aline's chroma, with her mom's chroma, and guess what happened? Yeah, she was reborn as the painted version she herself would have wanted, which is Maelle. But we got a little problem, and it's that now she's been so immersed with the Lumerians and all this and that, she's become attached. She's become attached to everything Verso, Clair, and Aline created in here. And for all intents and purposes, even the stuff Renoir may have had a hand in as well. But Renoir is seeing a problem here. And it's the fact that Aline has been so submersed in her grief from losing their son that she's forgotten she's got a whole fucking family that still loves her, that's still there for her. Has a daughter that actually needs her because she lost her voice, lost most of her, half of her face. That's a kid that a mother needs to help. And she was a teenager. We also don't know the time dilation between the canvas and the world outside the canvas. We don't know that. But it's a nice little joke in this game, and we're going to revisit this in a bit.
Don't.
Life keeps forcing cruel choices.
Oh man, that shit is hard. So if someone asked me what my game of the decade is, this is the absolute worst question for me. If you ask me what was the greatest video game of the decade when it comes to the 90s, we're going to have a fight. We're going to have a fight because I can go with Sonic 3 and Knuckles, Castlevania Symphony of the Night, Final Fantasy 7 and 9. We got quite a variety. Even Tekken 2, I'll throw that in there as well. Game of the decade of the 2000s, not 2020s, 2000s. It's a hot mess because there's a lot of good games there. The 2010s, there's some good games there too. I mean, do we need to revisit the Gears of War trilogy? We don't even have to talk about 4 and 5 or Judgment. Just 1, 2, and 3. 2 and 3 are my favorites. And then you have the Arkham trilogy with Kevin Conroy, God rest his soul. But the 2020s, so far, my game of the decade is Elden Ring. It is, right? It's Elden Ring with Persona 5 Royal and Expedition 33. They're my big three so far between 2020 and 2025. And of course, this is my game of the year. That is my bias. That's my motherfucking opinion. If you don't like it, go cry about it. But if you agree with me, hey, that's cool too. Everyone's got their favorites, and that's okay. Just know, this is my GOTY. This is my game of the year. This game is my misery and my happy place all at once. Like, I shit you not, it took me a month and a half to mentally recover when I was done playing this game. It was hard for me to touch another video game or even enjoy anything after this because this shit had me all fucked up. Now, I will say this. I agree with Alicia. We should not destroy the canvas. We shouldn't. We don't have to. Why? However, I also agree with Renoir. It's like, You don't want to destroy this, but when your whole family has been plunged in here, instead of, well, I will say this, Yozaki, and bear with me. Last year, deep down, a lot of people were expecting the shenanigans of Shadow of the Erdtree winning Game of the Year and even clean sweeping everything. And that would have been a complete new, unprecedented and uncharted territory where a DLC was nominated for things and would clean sweep everything. And what happened? Shadow of the Erdtree won how many? Zero. Zero of their nominations. All their nominations, they did not get a single win. Best narrative, best RPG, who won it? Metaphor ReFantazio, which, by the way, I do love. I have to continue that game. I have to play the game because, honestly, I want to get the character to have the gunner build. I love it. Why? It makes me think of Heavy Arms from Gundam Wing. And Shadow of the Erdtree, honestly, for DLC, it was a whole ass game, if you really think about it. But however, because you cannot play it separately as a game by itself, I felt it was unfair, in my opinion. Don't get me wrong. I'm Elden Ring for life. I'm Shadow of the Erdtree for life. But let's be real, objectively. Shadow of the Erdtree is a DLC, not an actual separate game. Now, if it were a separate game released from Elden Ring, where you just were able to carry your character over, but then you start this whole new journey or whatever, the conversation would have been different. I honestly, there was a lot of talk where it was like, is Shadow of the Erdtree really going to do this shit? Because it had some, yeah. And what happened? Astrobot won Game of the Year. Now, a lot of people were upset about it. A lot of people were shocked by it. Me, I wasn't too upset about it for a couple of reasons. Number one, the game utilized everything that this controller can do. Like every last minutia of the DualSense controller and DualSense Edge or whatever, Astrobot put the work in to make everything that makes a PlayStation controller's potential come to life. Anything that involved a PlayStation accessory, it put it to work, and the fact that it would even show you if your controller's fucked up. Like, it was little things like that. And the fact that the game in itself had tributes and Easter eggs to everything from the history of PlayStation, from PS1 all the way up to PS5. I think it was the fact that the game was not another adults game. It was actually a game that's for a whole general audience. And if you really think about it, a lot of adult games were winning Game of the Year, the last couple of years. I mean, look at Baldur's Gate 3, which, by the way, I love. I felt it deserved every award it got, even Game of the Year. The game's awesome. I have yet to finish my playthrough, but yeah. But this game, it's something else. See, Renoir, he sees what I see. A last resort. Destroying this canvas isn't about being cruel and an asshole. He's not trying to be a dipshit dad. It's the fact that he sees that this thing is destroying his wife. He's like, yo, I can't let my wife just get sucked in here forever, forgetting, yo, you still got 2 daughters that need you as a mother. Our oldest daughter is dealing with bullshit. You need to be there for her. Our baby girl here is all fucked up. She needs you, right? But conversely, I think what they should do is get the fuck out of there, leave the canvas alone. They need to have therapy. They need to sit down as a family and be like, listen, I know we're all dealing with this shit separately, but we're a family. We need to come together. We need to, we all miss Verso. What happened here was terrible. But we can't be sitting here blaming his sister when he chose to sacrifice himself. Because if Verso really wanted to be an asshole, he would have just let Alicia just burn and die. But instead, again, there's still a lot of context we don't know about that fire with the writers. There's still a lot we don't know. They gave us the biggest From Software-sized middle finger when it comes to lore on that. But let's continue.
We do what we must.
But can we acknowledge the fact that he looks like Pierce Brosnan with a beard?
Grief often blinds us, and we make choices we can never take back.
You grieve for 2.
I grieve for many.
The choices of parents leave indelible marks upon their children. But ultimately, the voices in their head have to be their own.
You know, the sad part is with, I'm going to say this now, the sad part with Lune is the fact that her whole identity has been on destroying the paintress, ending the gamaging. And for what? The gamage happened anyway. Think about this right now. Everyone here is alive except for all of the people in Lumiere. They're all dead. Yeah, sure, Maelle, Maelicia, let's call her that. Maelicia, she, has unlocked her painter's abilities, her painter's potential, and started bringing back, what you can call, the leftovers of dead expeditioners. But remember, their souls are long gone. They're soulless. The only thing they have is their bodies moving. They're like Godwyn the Golden from Elden Ring. The soul is dead, but the body lives. But luckily for her, she was able to bring back Luna and Ciel. Because remember, Monoko was still alive somehow. Verso was alive. Alicia was alive. Eske is still alive. They survived the Gamage. Ciel and Luna didn't. But by just remembering the essence of who they were, she was able to bring them back to life, memories and everything. And again, it was from advice that Verso gave her when helping her channel these powers. Because he was basically teaching her how to use her powers the same way their mother did. Which is bringing them back as you perceive and remember them to be. But there's a lot that gets left behind in the Song of Ice and Fire books by George R. R. Martin. One of the characters in one of the books, I forgot their name, he talks about how usually when someone dies and comes back from the dead, there's a piece of them that's left behind. There's always something that they lose when they come back. But one thing that is consistent with Lune is the fact that her mission. But the problem here now is learning the truth of it all. They went in to destroy the painters when in reality, the one they had to kick out was this guy. That's the problem. And then that brings the more compounding conflict when it comes to Painted Renoir. Painted Renoir, the reason him and Verso were at odds, because Painted Renoir was defending the paintress. He's like, no, we gotta let her live so that we can live. And the weird part is that Painted Renoir was only killing people because they were trying to go after Aline. And what everyone did not know was that it wasn't Aline you had to go after. You had to go after this motherfucker. Now, when he managed to break himself out of the drafts, that's what we don't know. What we do know is that he did escape and Simon got stuck in the abyss. Like Artorias from Dark Souls 1. That type of thing. So here we are fighting Manus while Artorias is still stuck in the abyss. But what really sucks with Luna is that her whole identity is wrapped around the fact that she was basically given birth by her parents for only one purpose, and that's the expedition mission and nothing more. And that's sad considering that she's a musician, she's an artist in that light, and she wraps her whole identity on something that they already fulfilled. You gotta think of something else after that. Now, in this case, she's trying to defend Lumiere because this is her land. This is what she's gone. But the sad part is it goes back to the conversation of the creation at war with their creators. Except that you kicked your creator out of the canvas, and the very person that's been trying to get the creator out of the canvas is now your enemy. That's a rough one. And all of this could have been avoided if the creators stop meddling in the shrine and grave of their lost son and just let it be. They could have just let this be. They wouldn't have had to worry about no expeditions, no gomages, no nothing. If Aline and Renoir just stayed the fuck out of here. If they stood the fuck out of here and did their jobs as parents, This would be a whole different conversation right now, ladies and gentlemen. But let's continue.
You cannot set the boundaries of their life for them.
Now, there's something I am going to point out with Verso later.
After the fire, you wanted me to find new joy in life. And I tried. But I couldn't. I couldn't. Verso died because of me. How do I get from that to joy?
I want to say this right now. If any of you have seen Renoir's journals, Aline's journal, one of the things you learn throughout the story is the fact that he got so immersed himself in creating and trying to rescue Aline, he forgot his daughter. Again, it goes back to what I just said a couple of minutes ago. If you did your job as your parents, we would not have this conversation. Him and Aline both done fucked up for this. Because this girl been trying to find joy after losing her big brother. And instead of being there as parents and trying to help her through this, grieving together, working together, finding joy amidst all the grief and pain and sorrow, because there can be grief and sorrow, but you can find joy through it. They say time heals all wounds. I only half agree with that, but rather time teaches you to work through the pain and learn to come to terms with it. You won't heal from it. I mean, yeah, your scars will close up and everything, but the wound will always remain. The scars will be there to remind you, but you can learn from it and try to find other things in life to find joy in. And given that Renoir and Aline have the experience that they do, they could have helped her. And instead, they bickered and bickered, jumped to this canvas and bickered some more, to where Claire's, the big sister, the hauler, she's like, all right, listen, baby sis, I didn't want you to get involved in this, but if you want to help, listen, this is what I need you to do. And unbeknownst to her, Alicia ended up with this predicament. And yeah.
Child, it will get better, I promise you. But this is not the way. Your friends
He's not wrong.
speak truth, and it changes nothing.
I want to say this. Andy Serkis here sounds like Jeremy Irons when he was Scar in The Lion King. And that's why, for a while, I was shocked when I found out that this is Andy Serkis, i.e. Smeagol or Gollum, and not Jeremy Irons. Because I thought of Jeremy Irons when he played Scar in The Lion King back in the 90s. Same type of voice. But yet, looking like Pierce Brosnan.
You can hate me, but that's a choice I must make.
That's the thing about
As your
parenthood.
father, I must look out for you, especially when you can't look out for yourself.
You treat me as if I'm still 5.
I treat you as if the shadow from the worst day of our lives is going to suffocate you and take you from us too!
Where's the fucking lie? Where's the fucking lie, bro? I felt that. I felt that because he knows what's going on. And he does not want to see his baby girl fall apart too. In case if none of you actually did the Reacher, go do the Reacher and you will understand this. Right? Because there's an orphan that looks just like him. That represents him. He does not want to see his daughter choke and suffocate under grief to the point that she's in the abyss like Simon. Like, he knows what's going on. He knows what's at stake more than anybody. As much bickering he's done, and yes, he's made his mistakes as a father, but let's be real about this. He knows the consequences of what happens, and he will explain this further in a minute. And she's 16 twice. Her second time being 16 years old and still not learning.
I said
Oh, I hate this fight because of this. Oh boy, here we go. This music is fucking tight. Knowing that he's been snooping on us this whole time. That's some wild work, ladies and gentlemen. Pa aquí vamos. Yep, that's the challenge. All right. So, what's up, buddy? A la verga. Come on. There we go. A little barbecue, you know? And you know what? Let's do... Hey, it's still hitting hard. So, now with her... Burning canvas. Plus we're applying burn, so... Oh, she gets a little more. Meso forte. There we go. So that way. Alright, there we go. Didn't get the perfect, but. Damn, I love how that damage hits. And it slows them down. That's what I love about it. But now, Pyrolis. Just barbecue this motherfucker. That's what we gotta do. There ain't much work we gotta do here, ladies and gentlemen. There really isn't. Woo! Oh. Ah, shit, I missed the block. That's okay. That's okay. We are still alive. You know what? Oh, see, we got a lot going on here. You know what? You know what? Endbringer. Woo! Battle. Oh yeah. Oh, and this Monaco breaking point. What? Broken. Está rompido. Let's just beat him up. He's gonna bully his punk ass, no matter how strong he is right now.
Time to hit big.
And guess what? Guess what's gonna happen next? More power release. Whew. Now here, gotta hit some more.
Now's my favorite part.
See now, Sakapate fire! Just let the burn build. This is all you gotta do. This is all you gotta do. And with her, that's a forte. Here. You know what? This is what I'll do. Gustav. That is true. But then it'd be too easy. We don't want things too easy here. We wanna make it hurt a little. See, if I had Corpeso and Verso right now, we'd be running through this fight like toilet paper. You know what? Steel Strike. I'm gonna do that. Yep. Now, if you really want to speed this fight up,
Get out of this, Countess.
ooh, yeah. This is times 20, so the fight is a lot longer. All right. All right. You know what? Oh. There we go. Got the perfect. So now. Oh, this is the fun part right here. Phantom Strike. But this speeds up the gradient. It speeds it up nicely. Oh, I hate this move. I hate it. Woo! There we go. Now we're talking.
What lovely feet.
Too bad he doesn't get no feet off this, but. Alright, so. Nah, it's just. There we go. Now. See?
Let's go the path.
See, with him, his 3 Angel's Eyes. Almost 1 million in damage. Sweet cock. Jesus. Vámonos. Get some Meso Forte. And then more Phantom Strike. That way we can get more gradient. It's a beautiful thing. See, now with him, I can do Creation Void. Look at that shit. Sweet. Jesus. Damn. Creación is no joke. He is no one to be trifled with. Oh, shit. This motherfucker.
Not how we want them to be.
Fucking Siren. And the visages. The phase 1. Be glad it's not Mask Keeper, because that would have been 20 times worse. I would have been crying right now.
Verso. I want truly.
Yeah, oh yeah, you can call it that.
Sweet.
Oh shit, here we go. Oh, dodge. We're alive. Look alive, people, look alive.
So stubborn.
Alright, you know what? Phoenix. No one's dead. Virtual Strike. Reason being, get the multi-hit. I support multi-hits. 32,000, okay. I mean, it's modest. But still. Burning Canvas. Chucha madre. You know what? Yeah, slow him down a little more. Make the suffering hurt a little bit.
Violence.
Now. And of course, I have him healed, so it's great. Like, there's some things from... You know what? Defiant Strike again.
Ready to strike.
That's just a good move, even with the limitation we have. You know what? Striker.
Witness.
See then rescues him. Oh, you bitch!
Stop.
You puta!
It's time to
Gave him a full heal. See, then a bitch for that. Like.
challenge. This is beginning to irk me.
Yes. However, no. Hear me out. If I was using Corpeso, that burn rating would have been in the hundreds right now. I shit you not. Simoso is kind of nerfed for Verso with my stats compared to Corpeso. If I use Corpeso, the burn rating, he would have been like 100 and close to like 150. Because if you go back to some of my earlier boss fights in my playthrough, the minute I'm using Corpeso with the way I have my Pictos Lumina set up, the burn stat goes higher, so damn high to the point that we melted Clair in under 5 minutes. And think of that, because with Clair, you need a strong parry game. Like, your parry needs to be perfect so she isn't healing her HP so damn much. But because I was constantly burning her to over 80, over 100 something, whatever, her whatever little HP she got, all that HP just went right after. So if I was using Corpeso right now, Renoir would have been cooked already.
Keeps regenerating. Maybe we focus on the accents first.
They forget. Renoir's immortal in here. Good luck trying to kick him out by force.
No, she can't.
Man, the hairs, man.
You're going to kill yourself. It's too soon for you to return to any canvas.
It is. Look at her. She's aged terribly. Yeah. She gonna die like this, for real. That face on Verso. I think this is the point that makes Verso realize that all this shit is wrong. I think this is the turning point. This right here is a turning point for Verso where he's like, you know what? I want to save Lumiere. I want to save this canvas, but no. Look at what cost. We're going to kill other people, you know what I mean? It's this face, because I was rewatching my finale the first time before I decided to do this, and I was like, it was at this point where he realized, no, we can't. We can't do this. Like, I don't think I can go through with kicking them out and letting Lumiere survive. Because if you read Verso's journal, and even the Julie journal and everything, for as much as everyone thinks he's a treacherous piece of shit, thing was, at some point, Verso did not want the canvas destroyed. He wanted everyone to live. He believed in keeping Lumiere alive. But then he starts suspecting things, especially when realizing he's just a painted version of the person that he's painted after. Like, he has no identity of his own. And he's basically a painted specter, if you think about it. He wants to be granted the death that Godwin never got, a true death, so he can rest in peace. That face, man. Every time I hear this guitar riff, I think of a bunch of dogs and cats doing a mosh pit and crowd surfing. I don't know why. It just comes to mind. And that right there. Feel free to rewind if you're watching on your laptop or on the PlayStation or wherever. The look between Verso and Alicia. That right there. That right there, when I saw it the first time when I was rewatching my playthrough, I was like, they're at odds with each other. The body language says it all. He's looking at Alicia and he's like, I'm sorry, sis, I can't help you. I'm not sure if I can go through with this all the way. This is rough. This is heavy, folks. And this is the shit that fucks me up. He can just, see, that's the thing. He can just casually leave the canvas, right? And then he does this shit to you. Really show you the, and then he comes right back out. He's more powerful than ever. Buffed as hell. That's some shit. Oh my god. But you know what? Alright. There we go. We got his defense cracked. And you know what? You want to play that buff thing? That's okay. We can do that too. And we still hit hard. Now. Your turn to dance. R2, yes. Ooh, man. There we go. Get that burn in. All right.
Get out of this campus.
Good luck with that, lady.
Ready to strike.
All right. Verso, this is Endbringer.
You're outmatched.
So. Yeah, like the burn rating doesn't go up as high with the Simon. I mean with the Simoso. It really doesn't.
Prepare for annihilation.
With the Corpeso, I would have barbecued him already.
We take everything.
Oh. Okay, at least I got that parry. Alright, so now just get that. Then get the creación. No, you know what? No, fuck that. Breakpoint. Yep. Whack that bell over his head.
Time to hit you.
Alright. And now, Phantom Strike.
For annihilation.
Let's cover path.
Now. Again, you know, well, you know what? No, wait. Yo, Steel Strike. Jesus, I love the multi-hits. Love them. There we go.
Violence, yes.
Damn, maxed out her thing. There we go, got the perfect on all of them. Get that bonus damage. That's as far as it's gonna go, but if I didn't have the limiter on, oh, he would have been destroyed right now. Alright.
Void take everything. I'm ready.
You're outmatched.
Yep. And
Ready to strike.
and we're getting down to the wire on him, so you know it's really not that bad. It's the fact that I've slowed him down and broken him down that it's like.
Witness the flame.
You know what? This I'll do. Virtual.
You can't escape.
There we go. And then. You know what? Down fast.
You're outmatched.
Alright.
Ready to strike.
I love how it's like double hits. It's kind of like Simon. That's what I love about that move. That's what I love about it. Alright. Alright. Virtual strike. I didn't get all of it. But I still think the power to the extent. Oh shit. Here we go. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff you don't get to see when. Oh, here we go. Oh, this is the finale right here. Aquí termina. Yeah, you see all the axons. I love this.
Go home, Renoir. Go paint something else.
This is actually a whole thing I missed because I cut the fight short. Oh, I missed that one. Damn. This is a whole portion of the fight that you miss if you leave everything unlimited, because I burned through it the last time, and this is a whole part of the whole dialogue I missed. A whole scenario. Alright, so see there's kind of no point in fuck, great. There we go. No point using Gamage, because honestly, like,
You can't escape.
Gamage only means something if you have the damage cap removed. now.
Prepare for oblivion.
Damn, missed that. That's alright. That is alright. There we go. Oh, and this adds, you know, a little something too, you know. Alright.
Let's spill some ink.
Oh, we're down to a wire. Maelle wins. Flawless victory. Fatality. Victory. Alina Sufika Alina pleurera. Oh, Clair Obscur. And Sidon's like, whoa. Yeah, this fight's a lot longer when you put the times 20 and you bring down your damage limit. The fight's a lot longer.
Your mother was the one who saved me when I lost myself in a canvas.
He been here before. This is why he's so...
She taught me how to safely use our gift. How to
And notice how she's reaching out to him
without flying
too close to the sun. Like the flight of Icarus.
We painted hundreds of canvas worlds.
That's why Verso's looking at him.
Boundaries of creation. And she never let me forget that every day we spent here has a price.
And that's why he's so like, kid, you need to come home.
Yet here we are now.
So trust her. If she's doing this, then...
I trust what she taught me. This is not a game. You think you know what's at stake, but you don't.
I know precisely what's at stake.
I'm sorry, Mylesia, but no, you need to sit your ass down. Daddy knows what he's talking about. He's made hundreds of he just told you. He been here, he done this, he's been in your motherfucking predicament. You need to sit your ass down listening to your dad. For real, he knows what he's talking about. Like, your little Delulu fantasy is really showing here. No offense to my Lemurians, but, you know, this is Aline's fault at the end of the day. She brought this upon everyone.
You want control. You want to feel like you're doing something. You couldn't save Verso, so you want to save us. Except you're not. Destroying the canvas won't help us move on.
She is right on that.
Just deny us the one place that helped us feel again.
67 years.
67. 67. What if this game had this meme the whole time? The 6-7 has been in this game for months. Now that that meme is dead, guess what? We have to revisit this again. 67 years.
67
6-7
years I spent trapped within the monolith.
6-7.
But I persisted. Do you know why? Do you know why I cannot leave her or you behind? This is what I see.
She's legit dying. And notice how the first person that's like approaching Verso and like is Ciel, not Lune. Again, this is why Ciel's my babe, not Lune. There's a lot of emotion in her. There's a lot of heart in her. Listen, this is a woman that's wanted to die just as much as Verso does. She lost a husband. She lost her unborn child. She has every reason to not want to live anymore. Just like how Verso doesn't want to live anymore because he hates being eternal, but yet he's just a painted version of the person that everyone loved. It's kind of fucked up.
I cannot spend another day with living corpses.
He doesn't want Alicia to end up the same.
Our family has crumbled. Aline in the canvas. Claire fighting a solitary war.
That war won't be solitary. You gotta work together.
Living ghost. Verso's death broke us. Wanted to be fixed. I need it to be fixed. I cannot lose you too.
I feel Renoir on this, man.
That's how I feel about them.
And Luna is now it's beginning to dawn on Luna and be like, yo, this shit is fucked. This is ugly. This is messy. Like, she's not liking how this is playing out. This is not what she signed up for. This is not what Luna signed up for. And that face that she just made before I paused, that's that I did not sign up for this shit. Like, goddamn, this is fucked.
I can't lose them either. I've lost too much. Papa, see? I've lost so much.
You still have a dad. You still have your mom. You still have your sister.
We both lost so much.
Papa, I don't want to lose you either. I'm not leaving you forever.
And that's a lie.
Just a little longer.
I want to trust you, but
Teenagers are so fickle. That's the sad part. It's the truth.
You can't.
And Verso knows that kid is lying. He hears Aline choking and dying outside the canvas. He hears that. That's that moment where Verso's like, nah, fuck that.
keep the light on for you.
You know, I don't think Renoir would have been a fucking asshole and just destroyed the canvas anyway, even if she stood. However, the minute she started crumbling outside the canvas the way Aline is, oh, you bet your ass his ass would have revisited this and this would have started all over again. Trust and believe that.
I hope you find peace.
Verso's not comfortable with this because he knows the truth.
Hold on to each other.
Now, if she were being truthful to him, the vibe would have been different. That shit is fucking Verso up.
Verso.
I'm sorry.
I don't fault him for it, though. I really don't fault him for it. That's the thing, folks. I don't fault him for anything he's doing right now. I really don't. I don't fault him at all. Like, this shit is fucked. And if you try to go back, guess what? This is the point of no return. There's no returning. There's only one direction, and that's... That's to the boy. Now, the journals. I want you to just listen to this one more time.
I miss you. I don't have the right to miss you, but I do. I wish I could talk to you. Tell you. Fuck. I don't know what I would tell you. Just... ask that you forgive me. Julie. Forgive me. I'm not a traitor. I'm not. I'm trying to save. I'm trying to save us all. But you're right. I am a coward. I'm a fucking coward. You deserved to know why, but I couldn't. I couldn't face you properly. Not, and still do, what had to be done. Papa believes you're Clair's creation, and even if you're not, we can no longer trust you. But I think you just wanted answers. Why? Why couldn't you just let it go? Why did you convince them to abduct me, interrogate me? No. Fuck, I shouldn't say that. You thought I was a traitor. You were doing what you thought was right, just like we are.
Remember what he says here.
I swear to you, I'm doing what's right. I should have known when you started questioning things that you wouldn't be fooled. But how could I even explain? You'd have thought I'd gone mad. Doppelgangers. Canvas worlds. Man.
You started learning the reality of what's happening in the
But
canvas and
Papa's
outside
right.
the canvas. You're
We
starting to
can't
learn.
take the risk. Too much is at stake.
This all happened with Expedition Zero,
It had
too.
to be done. It had to. Clair already took our sister. If we want to save our family, our world, our people, we can't take any chances. And once we free Mama, she'll bring you back. It won't be forever. I promise. I promise. We deserve to live. All of us. We deserve to exist.
See? That's why, like, when people try to paint Verso as this asshole, I'm like, you can't really do that with him. There's so much here. This dude Initially thought, oh, okay, family. And then he started finding out what was going on. Like, he's like, this cycle needs to break. It's just fucked, you know? So, alright. Oh, I'm wondering. Hold on. And then if we look here, now let's look at the canvas itself. Because I'm trying to see what is he painting or what it looks like, and it just looks like one uncertain shore. That's the sad thing about the young boy. He's tired. This boy's been painting and painting and painting as though he needs to keep painting. And who else is going to empathize or identify with with the young boy, the remnants of Verso, than the painted Verso himself? No one else is going to understand that. No one understands how he feels more than painted Verso himself. So who is Maelle to say shit here at this point? Like, at least he's in Delulu land. One second, folks. Yeah. Okay, I'll eat some later, okay? My kid just told me we have pizza.
You're tired of painting, aren't you?
Pay attention to this. He nods his head, yes.
I'm tired too.
Bro, let this kid rest in peace. This really shows how selfish Maelle really is. She tries this whole savior complex, but the reality is, you want to hold this kid's soul in captivity when he's like a. All right, think about it. Any of you watch Bleach, the anime, or read the manga, either or watch any other ghost stories where it involves a ghost in a house or in a mansion or in the streets or whatever. They're usually souls that have not peacefully moved on. They're wandering, restless. And that's what the remnant of Verso's soul is. He's a restless spirit and he's weary. He just wants to just go. Know what I mean?
You shouldn't be able to be here.
Well, he is. He's here. Yep.
Why did you run in? It's dangerous for you here.
Yeah, no shit.
See things as they are, not how you want them to be.
I gotta change it to Corpeso, but
What?
I'm attached to Simon, so.
To your father.
Yup.
No.
He knows it.
You saw it too.
Oh, you lied. Yep, that too.
But he wanted to believe. You're going to die here. Why don't you just leave? You can always come back.
The moment I leave, Papa will erase this canvas.
Not if you're back there talking to him. Or.
Life of loneliness in a shell of a body.
First of all, she may only see through one eye, and she cannot speak, but you can still write. Because remember, she got a typewriter, so if she wants to speak something out, guess what? She can write that shit. You can use a pen. She full of shit. I'm sorry, this 16-year-old don't fool me. I'm 40. I know this. She full of shit. Oh, so listen. I'm like, listen, you are not paraplegic. You're not in a wheelchair. You're not like that body that they talk about in that song from Metallica where I cannot see, I cannot hear, I cannot speak or whatever. No. Your body can still move, which means you can still write. You can still draw. You can still paint. You just unlock this potential as a fellow paintress just now. You're gonna tell me you're in a shell of a body? Get the fuck out of here. I'm sorry. My head's full of shit.
With no voice and no future.
No future? Girl, you're 16. You had 2 chances to be 16 years old and you're still stupid. Holy shit. No voice and no future. No voice, okay. Maybe not physically outside the canvas. But no future? Bro, you just got your potential as a paintress unlocked. Something you did not have before Verso died. Like, before Verso died, she only drew little stuff and could barely do anything. But then her potential unlocked in Act 3. I don't want to hear it. That's some BS. And Verso knows this. And so does Renoir.
No matter where you are, you don't need this canvas.
He is right.
Everything I want is here. Here I have a chance to live. Verso to live.
But I still disagree with the whole erasing the canvas thing, though.
Life keeps forcing cruel choices.
Stop quoting Papa.
You also said hold on to each other. Let's be fair. But if that's the case, you need to work together. Leave the canvas, but don't destroy everything. But the problem is, this kid's tired.
Stop painting.
He doesn't want to paint anymore. Think about it. Verso's soul doesn't want to exist anymore. He's done. He's over it. He's done dealing with people's bullshit. And see, that right there? You're going to force someone to not stop?
Said, hold on to each other.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but yeah. I'm revisiting this now, and I am more against Maelle than I was the first time. I can't agree with her. I really can't. I love Ciel, Lune, Esque, Monoko, but...
I'm sorry.
And not only that, all the Lumerians are dead. They're all dead. What is she fighting for at this point? Oh, this whole Griffith Guts parallel thing. That's some shit. I'm fighting as Verso. Fuck this. Seriously. This girl is delusional, bro. I don't give a fuck. She is delusional as fuck, and I'm sick and tired of pretending. Alright. Jesus fuck.
Verso, stop! You can't just decide this for everyone!
We're all hypocrites, doing the same thing to each other.
That's what I was talking about when it came to the journal. She's barely doing shit. Holy shit. You know what?
What about Lune and Ciel and Monoko? What about Esquier?
Ciel was right. Grief blinds us. All you see are walls.
This is dialogue I missed. This is dialogue I missed the first fight. So I'm glad I did this. I'm glad I'm doing it the way I'm doing it.
End of the line.
Oh darn, I missed the R2. It's alright. Yeah, hit it with that Simonso style right there. And then
I've lived a long time, Maelle. There are things we can never outrun.
I'm so tired, Verso. Please, can we just go home and talk about this?
Yeah, I like the fact that I'm extending it because now we're getting dialogue we did not get the first time I beat this game. I like this. That really added a lot of tension to the fight. I'm glad I did the challenge. I'm glad I did the 20 multiplier with the 99,999 limit. There's a lot that you get out of the fights. Out of these last two fights.
Don't do this. Don't leave me again.
It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay, huh? You've got this incredible power to paint.
Yep.
You'll never have to suffer a life you don't want.
He's right. He's actually right. Remember, she unlocked a great potential now as a paintress. She ain't gonna be drawing them little 4x6s no more. She's gonna be able to, you know, do more. That's crazy how right there, her face almost looked like a skull. He doesn't like this any more than she does. He doesn't like this choice. But knowing how much of a liar she was and how she's going to force him, who's tired and who's done. This is so sad.
I will miss you guys.
That's my darling, my darling. She was ready to face death. She knows what Verso did, but she understands and she gets it. Because once she saw what he saw, she understood the pain. I love how she reached out to him. It's like, you know. But Looney, though. This is the face that haunts almost everyone when it comes to this ending. She's like, damn, I am not crossing over. Because she feels betrayed, and you can't blame her for feeling that way. And Verso knows it. He knows how fucked the situation is. But also, she realized she did not sign up for all this fuckery. She did not know it would get this bad.
It's okay. It's
over. Once I saw that painted that the real Verso like nodded his head like, yeah, I'm tired, I'm done. That's when I was like, damn. Like his dialogue throughout Lumiere towards the end is like he had that should I or shouldn't I continue, but he was tired and weary. Because he knows that everything in here feels as real as everything outside. But he's tired of suffering. It's like being subjected to live in death. You want to die a true death, and can you fault him? Like, you can't fault young boy Verso for wanting this to end. This also gives me the inference that Verso didn't really hang out in there once he became an adult.
Miroir du temps, nos histoires s'allient.
And notice how he's younger again, right? Renoir looks younger. He doesn't look old and haggardly like he was inside when he was in the canvas for so long. That's a big difference. She doesn't have white hair, isn't looking haggardly and as fucked up as she did. Now she just looks like Catelyn Stark from Game of Thrones. And of course, you know, Alicia's sad because, like, damn. But this, for me, is where I feel like the vibe changes. Because you got this. He was born 22nd February. He was a Pisces. You're surprised at Verso's attitude? He's a Pisces? I'm just saying. They got Claire, the old one, the oldest one. I'm sorry, she a hottie. I'm just saying. She got that face like, about time you got to stop fucking bickering. Like, you're finally done. Look what it took for you guys to finally cut the shit. But interesting how Alicia kind of has like this little smile looking at her like, all right, we're back. And then she has that face like, all right, it's time to say goodbye for real. Now she's somberly just putting the flowers there gently. She's not like rushing it. But December 33rd though, that's kind of weird. She's looking at them. But then her face, just the expression. This right here. This right here. We used to embrace it. See, that's what changes the vibe here. We finally got a family that, yeah, they're all grieving, but now they're coming together. Especially these two. They're coming together the way they needed to. And she's like, all right, I need to go. I'm done with this. I don't blame her. And I empathize as a fellow firstborn in the family. I've been through this scenario where I lost my 14-year-old sister and I just didn't want to be there at the burial after a while. Like, I just wanted to go home and be over it. But for me, the most touching part here is Renoir and Aline, because it's like finally they stop fighting. They're finally just coming together, you know? And notice how Alicia, she sees everyone, Gustave and Verso, and everyone that she's bonded with, and even Maelle. And remember this, in the beginning of Act 3, Verso told her it's not about verisimilitude. Painting is about remembering the truth of who they are. So hypothetically, she goes to paint another canvas on her own. She can bring them all back so long as she remembers the essence of who they were to her. Which is why she was able to bring back Ciel and Lune very vividly and very much how she remembered them. And also remember this, and this is why I have my contention when it comes to Maelle with Alicia. She never felt like she belonged in Lumiere to begin with. She wanted to do everything except be in Lumiere. And in case you forgot, go watch my videos. Go watch the prologue and Act 1 of my playthrough. where she talks about this. She never felt like she belonged. The only reason she felt like she had any sense of belonging was because of Gustave, because of Lune, because of Ciel. Otherwise, she would have been wanting to be as far from Lumiere as possible. So you're gonna tell me she really gave a shit about Lumiere like that? Yeah, fight to live for them and this and that. We can't risk to lose them. I'm like, listen, the only people you're gonna lose, you can actually bring back. I'm just saying. You can bring them back in a new canvas. As long as you remember the essence of who they are, nothing else matters. Because you can always bring them back, you know? And that's the thing that always sat with me with this. So, yeah, that's my thing with this. That's my thing with it. And yeah, now that I've taken the decision to just ultimately finish the game with this ending again, I'm like, you know what? I don't regret picking Verso's ending. And if any of you've seen some of the interviews with Jennifer English after the Golden Joystick Awards, she even said the best acting is in the Maelle ending. But it's a Delulu fantasy. She straight up even knows that Maelle is delusional. That Alicia is delusional with this shit. In other words, she low-key knows that the right ending is actually Verso's. As ugly as it is, as messy as it is. And I'll stand all 11 toes on that. I'm not going to say what the 11th finger is. I mean, if you've heard of the band, you know why it's called Finger 11. Just saying. But, yeah. I'm not going to play this again because I need to watch the Game Awards. But, yeah. That's the truth of the matter on this. I'm glad I revisited this the way I wanted with you guys. So, fingers crossed. We, you know. So, ladies and gentlemen, it was great coming back here and doing all this. If they announce the free LC tonight, of course I'm going to have thoughts and I might do something. But I'll see you later. Everyone that joined in the conversation, enjoyed this, smash the like button, subscribe if you like. So until next time, 322 Crew, I'll see you.